Hena, Cheneo, Helena, Helpa Chena Tiuchi, Hena Mahai, Ekea Nia Chepel.
What's the matter? I'll see Chiocho.
Oh, I see Timocho, hey, Nea, Hepa Tiwana, Pewana.
He says it's bad medicine for us to go any further.
Ask him why. I'll Pavana, Chiocho.
Hena Tia, Nepel, whom a hit, Kitella, Kiahma, Hena Tawani, summer, John, in the mail, in the test, you can help on hit the Archer, Tillman.
He says he doesn't know. And if he does, he's not telling. You see, we're white men. And there's a lot of things a white man can never find out from an Indian. Money won't do any good, Mr. Woodridge.
Well, take this anyway, Bob, and pay him off. We'll go on alone.
Hi, out there, Chiocho.
So, I know what the mill is, me, child. Helena, no, in the child. And that's the best in there, touch in the hill, build, you know. It's in it, more. I'm not there on them. I want to help. What the heck?
I think he's lying. That Indian shows up every once in a while with a fistful of gold nuggets, and nobody knows where he gets them. He's been acting sort of strange for the last couple of miles, and I'll bet we're on the trail of something hot, and he's trying to throw us off.
Let's go on and find a place to camp.
All right, sir.
Well, looks like we're going to have company.
Howdy, old-timer.
How are you?
My name's Harding.
Glad to know you.
This is Professor Woodridge from the East.
How do you do, sir?
How do you do?
My name's McCord. Are you prospecting?
Yeah. For a way to get over those hills.
You gotta go to get through them hills. Did you ever hear of a place called Hidden Valley back in over there somewhere?
I guess go to stay hid. If there is any such place like that. Well, I've been around here 40 years, prospecting this range. Never have seen what's on the other side. Well, it's steep. You can't get over it.
I have here a photostatic copy of an old document I picked up in an Eastern museum. I want you to take a glance at it.
There's that mountain marked El Diablo. It's still called that. And here's that other range. Now, you see, if we go to the east of that spur and turn sharp,
We should find a trail through, not over those mountains, that lead us to this hidden valley.
Well, I've been all up and down. There ain't no such way through.
Yes, but this map shows where to go to find a way through.
Let's see. Hey, I couldn't read it even if it was English. What does it say?
Well, it purports to have been written by one of Coronada's soldiers 400 years ago. They came here in search of the fabled 7 lost cities of Cibola.
Did you find them?
no. But this old document tells how a small party of Spaniards found their way into a valley which was full of turquoise and opal. The Indians wore silver and gold ornaments. Of course, they were made prisoner. But this one escaped from the crazy lost tribes that were living there.
Mr. Woodridge, the more I hear of that story, the more I think it's a fairy tale. Oh, I know you're a scientist and all that, but this is the 20th century, you know.
I reckon he's right, Professor. Well, I gotta be going.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Good luck, Dave.
Thank you.
You too, Harding.
Thanks. Just look at that labyrinth of rock. Do you realize, son, that this country we're in was once inhabited by thousands of people, vanished long before Columbus discovered America? What made them disappear? Where have they gone? Human races followed after. Cliff dwellers, and then the basket weavers. And they're all gone. My boy, I believe that we're on the verge of a great adventure. One I've dreamed of all my life. Just think what it would mean to science if we should discover a tribe cut off from the world these hundreds of years.
Well, I hope you're right, Professor. I'll rustle some wood.
Yeah.
We'll make camp here.
Hey, where you going there?
The professor's been shot.
And where were you?
I was down getting firewood, and I heard a shot and ran back here, and there wasn't a sign of anyone.
Put up your hand.
Read along, they'll give him life. Say, he's as guilty? Sure he is. But there's a couple of mothers on that jury, and with that face of his, why, he'll get off easy.
They ought to hang him. Any fella that would shoot a man in the back for a few $100 like he did ought to be strung up. Who is this Bob Hardy?
Why, he used to be foreman over at Lanner's ranch until he took up with the professor. There's Joyce Lanners and her brother over there now. That's what hurt him at the trial. He admitted he quit working for her to make some quick money.
And he wouldn't tell what he wanted for.
He's guilty, all right.
Looks honest to me.
Well, in the first place, what was he doing with that roll of money? And where was he running to when McCord seen him?
Why doesn't that jury come in, Jimmy? Why are they so long?
Oh, gee, don't worry, sis. They'll never convict him.
Oh, they can't. He couldn't be guilty.
As soon as this is over, we'll get together and be on our way.
There's that Frank Gavin and two of his men. I suppose they've come to gloat.
All right, folks, the jury is coming in.
Snap out of it, kid. This ain't your party.
All right, Frank.
We better keep an eye on him. I always thought that kid was a squealer. That's all right. We'll take care of him.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, have you reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
The defendant will rise and face the jury. What is the verdict?
We find the defendant guilty as charged.
Quiet, please. Order in the court.
Has the prisoner anything to say before sentence is passed upon him?
The fact that I quit my job to go with Professor Woodridge has influenced your decision. Well, why did I quit? Why? For the few measly dollars that he had with him? Is that reasonable? I told you the real reason I went with him. He had an old map that told of a hidden valley filled with turquoise, gold, and other gems. If we found this valley, he offered to share its riches with me. It was a chance at fortune, and I took it. The murderer of Anthony Woodridge stole that map. It has never been found. Find it, and you'll have your man.
Your Honor, do we have to listen to this emotional plea? The jury has brought in a verdict. The defendant has had a fair trial.
Robert Harding, it is the sentence of this court that you be confined in the state penitentiary until the 16th of next September. And sometime between midnight and 6 in the morning, at the discretion of the warden, to be taken from your cell and hanged by the neck until you are dead. And may God have mercy on your soul.
Your Honor, there's something else I'd like to say.
Well, he hasn't got a chance. They'll get him. You coming with me, kid?
Yes, Frank. Just a little later, though.
All right, but don't make it too long.
Jimmy, stay away from that man. Please don't go with him.
What's the matter with him? He's all right. He's been mighty nice to me.
I don't like him, Jimmy, because he's bad. Bad for you.
Oh, gosh, sis. You're always worrying about me. I'm big enough to take care of myself.
Oh, boys. Oh, Sheriff. Harding's escaped. Come on. Help try it. Sure.
Seen anything of Harding? Must have been him that cut across here.
He escaped. We're going to run him down. You better join us, Russ.
All right. got away, boys. Let's ride over to his shack.
Okay.
It says, senors, I, Lopez de Basca, captain in the army of the great Coronado, in this year of our Lord, 1541, do swear by the Holy Mother that all I say herein is true.
Skip that and get down to cases, Gomez.
Si, senor. And I do avow the savages we find in that hidden valley were like unto none we have seen in this country before. Like the Aztecs, they worship the sun.
Oh, cut that.
Opal, turquoise, and all sorts of precious gems fill the valley. They ate from golden plates. Their arrows were of gold.
You hear that?
And I, alone, by the grace of the Holy Mother, escaped their torture.
Let's see that map again. That can't be right. I know that spur perfectly.
So do I. I've been over every foot of it.
And you couldn't get through it, could you?
No.
Gee, Frank, you can't let him do it. You can't let him hang him.
What do you want me to do? Say what's got into you.
Well, I didn't think they'd convict him.
About it. He got away, didn't he?
Yeah, but they'll get him.
That's just too bad. Say, listen, kid. You're in this just as deep as any of us.
Well, I was in on the rob, but I didn't know you were going to murder Wood.
Shut up! Don't ever say that again. Not even to me.
Well, you don't think I'd tell anybody, do you, Frank?
I know you won't. To show you how much we trust you, I'm going to make you custodian of this map. You're going with us on a search for Hidden Valley. Any objections?
Well, gee, Frank, that's taking an awful chance, isn't it? Why, back in that country, you're gambling your life against the chance of ever coming out.
Sure, it's a gamble. But you've always been a pretty good sport, Jimmy, about losing. Leaving this afternoon, so get your stuff together. We'll pick you up later.
All right, Frank.
What's the idea of giving him that map? Heard what Harding said in the courtroom, didn't you? Find the man with the map and you've got the real killer. That'll keep the kid's mouth shut until we get him away from here. Especially when it's his word against the four of us.
Too bad he was in with us on that trip. He ain't very crazy about this trip either.
It'll be the last trip he'll be taking with us.
Steve is in the shack.
gate there.
We'll try the girl's place.
Have they found him?
I don't know.
They say he hasn't a chance for escape. Why, Jimmy, where are you going?
I gotta get away for a couple of days.
But, Jimmy, what's happened?
Oh, nothing, sis, nothing. I just gotta get away. I left a note inside for Frank Gavin. You see that he gets it.
Frank Gavin? I've been so worried, Bob.
Oh, I'm all right, Joyce.
We want to help you, don't we, Jimmy?
Oh, sure. Sure.
Oh, I know I can depend on you, but there's nothing you can do.
Hide his horse quick, Jimmy. Come on in the house, Bob. Why did you take a chance on coming here?
Because I had to see you, Joyce. I wanted to hear you say you believed in me.
Of course I believe in you, Bob. Why, it's all my fault you're in this trouble.
Your fault?
I know why you left your job to go with Woodridge. On the chance of finding that hidden valley. You needed money. For me.
I couldn't ask you to marry me, Joyce. Working for you like I was. And nothing else in the world to offer you.
Oh, if you only had asked me.
If I ever get out of this...
You've got to get out of it. For both of us. You've got to hide. Here, quick.
Hello, Jimmy. I reckon you know who we're looking for.
Yeah. You don't expect to find him here, do you?
I don't know. I'll just take a look inside. Wait here, boys.
Come in. Hello, Mr. Bristow.
I don't like to disturb you, Miss Lanners, but do you mind if I look around? A matter of duty, you understand.
Why, certainly. Of course not. Satisfied?
Well, I guess I'll have to be. He's not here, boys. But that ain't saying he'll not be here. Keep this place covered, Gus.
All right, Sheriff. You fellers are trailing hard and wide. You come to the wrong place. He ain't showed up around here.
Well, we ain't especially looking for him, but we'd sure like to meet up with him. Wait here, I'll be right back.
Hello, Joyce. You seem surprised to see me. Didn't Jimmy tell you I was coming?
Oh, yes, of course. He left a letter there on the desk for you.
A letter? Where's he going?
Why, I don't know.
Dirty double-crosser.
Why, what do you mean?
I mean that he's going to find Hidden Valley, and he has the Woodridge map.
I don't believe you.
It says so in this note.
But where could Jimmy have gotten the map?
You heard what Harding said in the courtroom, didn't you? Find the man that has the map, and you've got the murderer.
It's not true. It couldn't be.
How long has he been gone?
Oh, I don't know. About...
Come out of there, Jimmy, or I'll...
Please don't. You can't do that.
Well, I heard what you said, Gavin. And where do you think Jimmy got that map?
If you didn't give it to him, you at least ought to have a pretty good idea where he got it.
Maybe I have.
Oh, Bob, Jimmy couldn't have had anything to do with the Woodridge murder.
Of course not, Joyce. But he's got a lot of explaining to do. Until we can find out the truth from him, no one else is going to know he's mixed up in this. I'll promise you that.
No one else is going to know unless she wants her brother to hang in your place.
I'm not going to swing, Gavin, and neither is Jimmy. You can be sure of that.
Come on, get going.
What are you going to do? You can't let them take him.
He doesn't intend to. He's not taking any chances of me getting him mixed up in this.
No, and you're not mixing me up in it. Unless you want your Jimmy to hang. Now, come on, turn around and open that door, Harding.
Who gave Jimmy that map?
Help! Help! Help!
Get in there, boys.
Lock the door.
Well, come on out this way, men. Let him go. Double-crossing Jimmy that we've got to get. He's put one over on us. He started for Hidden Valley.
What?
We've got to get him before Harding does and shut him up for keeps.
Right. Let's go.
It's fire, all right. Maybe 2 hours old.
Well, we're gaining on him.
I'm getting sick of this, Gavin.
We know Jimmy's ahead of us, don't we? It's our neck's in the noose if we don't catch him.
Ah, quit your beefing and come on.
Fine sucker this Harding kid's making out of me, with election coming on.
Well, we're doing everything we can, Dave. We've got a man guarding every known water hole, and the posse's searching every inch of the country.
Well, tell them to keep searching. Harding's got to hang before this county goes to the polls in November.
Here's another bunch of telegrams that just came, Sheriff. And they've got Harding spotted from here to Timbuktu. By the way, Dave, his horse was found shot on the desert. The boys figured he did it, on account of a broken leg.
Jonesboro, Alabama. Think your escaped murderer is seen here, disguised as a Negro. Johnson. Prattsville, Arkansas. Suspect being held for further identification. Rush fingerprints, Williams. Steamship Transitania. Stowaway found, holding him in chains. Answers Harding's description. Captain Johnson. Big Creek, California. Holding man who confesses murder. Says he's Harding. Think he's a nut. What shall we do? Sheriff Burns. Here, Bill. You go through these. I'm fed up running these things down.
Atlanta's girl's out there.
It's time we got tough with her. Bring her in. Sit down, Miss Lanners.
Why did you send for me, Sheriff?
Because you haven't told us everything you know. Where is Bob Harding?
I told you I didn't know. And if I did, I'd never tell you.
Oh, yes, you will. I've been lenient with you for your part in helping that boy escape. But if you want us to lock you up till you're ready
You can do what you want with me, but it won't help you to find Bob Harding.
Wouldn't you rather have us find him alive than pick up his bones there in the desert after heat and thirst had finished him?
Sheriff, the pilot of the Goodyear blimp is out there.
Good. Send him in. The Goodyear people are going to assist us in the manhunt. How do you do, Mr. Smith? I'm sure glad you got here.
How are you, Sheriff?
Won't you sit down? It's like this, Mr. Smith. I can't get a flyer to take a plane over the canyons and mountains north of us. They can't get low enough to spot our man. He's in there somewhere. Your blimp could make it. All I want you to do is locate him for us.
I see.
Yes? Oh. We'll be right out. Excuse me, Smith, for a few minutes. Come on, Bill.
Why, Vern Smith, I haven't seen you since Daddy died.
Joyce Landers, what are you doing here?
You see, I love the man they're after. He's innocent. And the only way I have to prove it is to find my brother. He's out there someplace, too. Won't you take me with you? him, all right. We've got to get him.
All right, be careful and drop the ladder.
Okay. Bob, I'm so glad we found you.
I tell you, I'm not the man they want. And you alone can give me the only chance I've got to prove it.
How's that?
Fly due north and help me find Hidden Valley.
Oh, won't you please?
He went this way. This must be the entrance to the valley. He can't be far ahead of us. We gotta go afoot from here. All right, come on, let's go.
Santa Maria, qué lindo.
What a country. He went this way. Why, they've got Jimmy. That dirty little double-crosser. I guess he won't do any more blabbing.
There's something moving down there, but I can't make out what it is. Can you get down lower?
Yes.
Where, Bob? Bob, look!
They're Indians. And they've got Jimmy.
Oh.
Give me a parachute, quick.
Viva, Mavacola!
If you can get down in there, try and pick me up.
Hiding. Come on.
Come on. Oh, Bob. Get me out of here.
Should have brought our rifles. I know it. We haven't a shell to spare. We've got to make every shot count. Come on, boys. Let's get him.
You know who killed Woodridge, Jimmy, and you're going back and tell him.
Oh, I'll tell him, Bob. I'll tell him everything.
Get down that valley. I'll follow you.
Go on! Hey, now let him pull out!